Next up, a Hell Rush. This is always gonna be interesting just because we have to aim for score and we are on a time limit. Molded Steel Enhancer Votivary. So we're Remnant Awoken and our opponent is gonna be the Purifying Seraph the Chaste. Molded and Steel Enhancer in the opening hand is nice. But we need to be careful with Reform. It can be rough to pull off in a Hell Rush because of the time. Reform takes a lot of time. Petrify Crucible first Hell Pact. Let's pick up a first Hell Pact here. We don't need the Reform at random, we want stats. Would have liked the Burnout one a bit more. But the Harvest one should do quite well as well. Let's set up on the bottom floor. This guy gains damage shield if he slays, so I don't want him to slay. No way of killing the Collector, sadly. Let's buff up our champion. It's gonna be important. Get the boss. Can we kill this guy? No, but we can get him low enough to one-shot him with a pyre. And these guys in front of our champ just for some more harvest triggers. That's not quite enough. Still not enough. Okay, that was unexpected. This is pretty bad. Yeah, because we don't have a way to deal with this crossbowman. Molded is actually the best way to get extra damage. Yeah, that wasn't ideal. We took quite a bit of damage and only got the 2-turn boss rush. Hello Drippings Purifying Cleanse. Probably not Purifying Cleanse because our tank doesn't have Burnout. I will take a Hello Drippings. Just in case. Sharpen is great. Very good synergy with our champion. I will take a Wickless Tycoon. Maybe better a Lady of the House. We need some damage on the bottom floor. Well, on our Rector floor. I think it's unit upgrades. No, it's spell upgrades. Not the second one, and I don't want the Tycoon right now. Upgrade a spell to cost 1 less. That's gonna be Sharpen. Would have loved the double stack, but another cost reduction is pretty good as well. And magic power for one of the restores, so we can more easily heal our Rector back up before the boss comes around. Enemies have spikes, okay. It is a pretty good setup here. And drag gets us the kill on the backliner as well. Drag goes on the bottom floor, so we get the kill here. Should I? Yeah. No, the drag is actually fine. It dies immediately for the harvest, and we can reform another drag. And this one can go behind the boss. Also, let's increase the burnout. Finally, we do get the spikes. So the conduit redirector dies. I have played a lot of Slay the Spire. It does have some similarities in that it's also a roguelike deck building game. But it is also quite different in other ways. I'm considering this Wildwood Sap. Wildwood Sap does work with our Rector, but it's not really needed because of the high health pool we have anyways. I don't think it's worth it. But yeah, Slay the Spire is an amazing game and definitely worth checking out if you like Monster Train. Now I definitely want some unit upgrades. I wouldn't also mind something like an Animus of Will, or maybe even an Animus of Speed. Most other Awoken units I will probably pass. Yeah, as I said, I will take an Animus of Speed. I think it's quite decent. Quick. I do like quick on the draft. Means it can be in the front, kill something and still die at the same turn. Maybe that was less necessary, the health upgrade on the Lady of the House. Armageddon event. I think it's the skull. We do need something to kill big frontliners because we currently only have the single draft that can deal a lot of damage to frontliners immediately. So the skull might be very useful in securing that. Also, I didn't realize it until just now, but we do have a first call lead here. This is actually a bit too much damage. Unless we put the Animus of Speed behind our champion. And drag in the back is actually another kill. Which means another harvest. That should be worth it. And then we can have Lady on the House on this floor. Maybe on the top, just because the bomb is right there. Hello drippings for you. Okay. Can see the value in that. Maybe I shouldn't have, but it's gonna be okay. Ugh, this bomb hurts. These guys all die to the spikes. The Forged Disciple won't die as easily, so we assassinate her with the draft. Let's block the damage with the drag, and also we can play a drag here and they will still all die. Finally, a train steward can take the other hit from the bomb. Let's get the draft back. Draft kills the bomb. Well, let's put the draft on the bomb. Not sure what boss relic I'm gonna take here. Wildwood Tome's Cycle of Life Wickless Recruitment. We don't really need the health gain from Cycle of Life because our Rector Flicker is gonna grow big enough anyways. The spikes are nice, but we already have Sharpen for that. Wickless Recruitment, I could see the purpose in that. And Wildwood Tome... not really needed. We do have quick units already. Let's take the Wickless Recruitment. Nope. And I think I want capacity right now. Do I? Not really. Let's take Draw instead. Card removal spell upgrades. We don't have a lot of gold. Still worth it, I think. Mostly for the card removals. Ooh, double stack. Yeah. Get some more spikes. And let's upgrade Crits Restore and we keep that one around and remove the other two. Do we remove them right now? Yeah. I think the base restores are pretty bad, but the upgraded one is definitely worth something. Actually, I want the stats. The harvest is nice, but it's not gonna be our main way of scaling. Multi-strike should work out. We have spikes and we have a lot of health. Lady of the House behind the Rector. And then all the way in the back we have Drag. Can prevent the Rector from burning out. And I probably should. Also let's get this draft out of here. Now we get all of the stats and none of the burnout. And this Skull will play in the deck until we upgrade it. Let's get the draft in the front line, so he dies again. And finally we get the draft the final time and upgrade it with some stats and burnout. Easy win on the bottom floor. That's actually nice. Makes our Animus a bit safer. Subsuming Blade. Yeah, I'd like a way to kill a backline unit. Preserve Thorns. That's some additional draw, that's not bad. Yep. And we get the Hope for Peace. Cards with Purge have Consume instead. Now we can use the Skull whenever we want to. We don't have enough gold to buy a relic. Well, with the gold on the floor we probably would have enough to buy one relic, but some might be too expensive as well. So I'll go to the right, get the card removals for free, and the Merchant of Steel. We might find multi-strike for the Lady of the House, for example, or probably for the Animals of Speed even. Would probably be better with our current setup. I am looking at... Yeah, let's upgrade first, then go to the event and finally remove. Actually, let's look at the upgrades first. There are a few events where I would want to upgrade later. Well, there's one. Large stone. Trap shoot, steel pulley claw. I mean, steel pulley claw is okay. Yeah, probably better. I don't think trap shoots is gonna be great for us. Card removals, the restores are out, so now the train stewards are next. The large stone can go on the Lady of the House, that would make sense. Could also go on the Animals of Speed. Probably better to put it on the Lady and get some additional damage for my animals. And then on to the next battle. We are in the lead by quite a few points now. So basically we don't need to go for anything fancy, just consistent no damage clears, so we don't die. This bottom floor setup is a bit iffy. But we can just have our champion on the bottom floor and set up the rest on another floor. That works out with this deck actually quite well even. This guy's gonna be a bit of a problem. If we sharpen her, we will have to kill on the collector. Wickless recruitment, so our champion survives. Finally some thorns on our champion, so these stealth guys die. And the draft will get us the kill here. I could even hello drippings. We have another molded in the deck. We have wickless recruitment in the deck, so no need to use the drippings here. Can I get a kill with this? I could. Let's get the Lady of the House back. Oh, she's too large. I forgot we have a large stone on her. I'm actually gonna try for a reform. I do want the slay. No reform right now. And we do have the kill on the bottom floor. Very nice. Yeah, the spikes are fatal for Harpy. With the 5 attacks per turn. Wicked Blaze, we don't really need more reform. But Wicked Blaze would be a nice upgrade over the current reforming cards. I like Pyre Shards just so we have another way of applying spikes, so we get it a bit more reliable early. I still want many more removals. And the events are a bit better for us because of Hope for Peace. Some of the events that include purge cards can benefit from that. Well, we have the first Health Pact, so these cards are a little better, but they are still not good. Well, not if we are already pretty well in defending our Pyre. Holdover goes on Subsuming Blade. And we cost reuse it, so we can play it every turn and make it grow a lot faster. Let's reroll double stack. On the Pyre Shards, that seems a bit unnecessary. I will save the money. Let's cost reuse the Wicked Blade. And then we remove the final two Train Stewards. And Scorchfell. Scorch is a bit annoying. But we should, with our champion, we should be able to clear the bottom floor quite easily. Almost. We do get the kill on the Quill Marksman at least. But this guy still lives. Maybe we can catch him with the Lady of the House later. Let's add some spike, and then we have to play out the conch. We need some more spikes and we need to remove the burnout. I will take some damage to these, but that's okay. Probably shouldn't have played that. I forgot the draft was up there. But it's not that bad. Kill this guy. And let's also kill this guy. I'm trying to not do too many reforms if they are not necessary, just in case you're wondering, because they do take quite a bit of time. Do want another unit though. I do want the draft mostly on the bottom floor. I would love to reform the draft here, but I think increasing our Subsuming Blade is more important. We do not yet have the kill here, but with the spikes we do. And this is a 3-turn boss rush again. We're in a pretty sizable lead here. We did take some damage to this fight. Oh, Awoken Rail Spike. Finally our first Health Pact is paying off. Now we definitely want more draw. So we can play all these zero cost cards we will have in the deck after we played the Rail Spike. A lot of our cards are units though, so something to keep in mind. Card removals are still very valuable to me. I still want to remove the Votivary and the Drags. So let's go to the right. Oh, consume removal. Yeah, that's always a possibility as well. Holdover. I mean, I would like holdover on the Wicked Blaze. And cost reductions seem a bit less necessary right now. I will still take one. And then leave. And then I will purge the unupgraded molded, because we don't have that many reform targets now, as well as the Votivary. Huh. 20 more attack or a better harvest? Let's go with 20 more attack. The health is not gonna be that important. We will have enough health anyways. Mark of Invasion. We should be able to deal with that, but it might require we set up on a higher floor. Still a net gain in points though. This is very useful. Means we can still set up on the bottom floor. Definitely want some spikes. I'm actually gonna play out this self-mutilation. And we get a subsuming blade. Should probably have played some spikes. I will also take some damage to that guy. Maybe not perfectly played this turn, but was pretty good. Still. It's actually gonna be helpful. Zooming blade on this guy. Draft should die this turn, that's actually great for us. Let's actually remove the burnout from you altogether. And then we can Wicked Blaze back the draft. Can slay this front guy. And now we don't need to keep the draft. We'll keep reforming the draft. He's strong enough now. I will bring back a drag just in case I want to slay it again next turn. And everything's okay. Let's play the draft again. The drag. And we have a win here. Again on the bottom floor with the challenge, but some damage taken. Bounty Stalker, it's a bit too late. It's a little bit too late. Also, I didn't know Bounty Stalker appears as in place of a spell after boss combat. I didn't know that was possible. Let's take another Fire Shards. The spikes are quite useful. And final ring. 2 more removals on the drags would be good. We could also dupe a card, which could probably be Awoken's Rail Spike. It could also be the Subsuming Blade, to be honest. Yeah, I think it's the right side. Card removal and dupe. These are both very valuable. And we still have room for some unit upgrades, I think. At least on the Animus. Septap. It's not gonna draw that many cards for us because we only have the restore, but still. Hell's Banners as well. Flicker Slicker. We don't really need that one, as on top of those we already have. Let's get rid of these 2 drags. And finally we reroll for multi-strike. We didn't find it, so we'll take damage. And then we dupe the Rail Spike and onwards to the Seraph. We have a 5,000 point lead here, so the other guy needs to kill Seraph. Well, not quite 5,000 points. He needs to kill Seraph at least 4 turns earlier than us to win. Let's set these up on the bottom floor. And a drag here to kill the Light Wings. Lady of the House on the top to kill the Light Wings that spawn there. And let's start buffing up our champ. Let's subsume. And then we draw 5. Let's actually take this nasty sweep guy out. Whoops. That was a mistake. And I will consume the Hello Equipping. Let's bring back the drag. I thought we already had a draft die, but we didn't. Not the best timing. I should have played the Wicklet recruitment or the lady, to be honest. Just holding it over. This is 40, 85 damage, quick. Yeah, that's worth it. We don't get the Slay here, but we do get the... We do not get Ember Drain this way, is what I'm trying to say here. Straw 4. Most of these are already 0 cost. Let's make sure the lady stays around. And that's a good turn. I do want to hold this over for next turn. I think our draft is ready now. 59 power should be pretty solid. Let's slay the frontline guy. Now we can keep buffing our draft with the spells instead and remove the burnout from him. Okay, think we should be pretty good. Set up pretty well for this final combat. And another win. Unless this guy manages to do a 8-turn boss rush, we should be victorious here. Would 8-turn be enough? 8-turn wouldn't be enough. He would need a 9-turn boss rush even. 9-turn boss rush would be 17,000 points. Yeah, so he only got like a 2-turn boss rush or something. And so we win with a solid 7,000 points lead. Okay, that was also quite a fun deck. A bit different. It was a very light reforming deck. I did use some reform to make the draft better, but other than that, I was mostly relying on my champion with some units to support, just because the champion alone doesn't have enough damage. The subsuming blade was nice, but not that important. The sharpen was definitely important to make sure we have a way to deal with the backline. And the Petrified Skull was a very nice pickup. So yeah, pretty strong deck, although not overpowered by any means. I think this deck would have a lot of trouble on higher covenants. But I guess you could still make it work somehow if you find multi-strike, for example, to put on the draft and the Animus of Speed. You could scale enough to even carry a deck like that to Covenant 25.